Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Yeah, I think everything sounds good. Let me take and hide the Zoom uh, meeting controls. Perfect. So here's my final assignment for uh, the essay 2282. Right now, I have it as a simulation. As you can see, maybe you can see some package going in and out. Um, so the main assignment for the main point for this project was to create a full campus network as with all the knowledge and skills that we got from this class in specific, being able to create the best functional, segmented, cheapest physical um, campus. I'm sorry if there is some noise in the background. I just work at desk, so it can be here from outside. Perfect. So I'm going to go back. Let's see if he wants to. Perfect. So my campus, well, as everybody else, is this. I'm focusing building A, building C, and D don't really have anything outside the core switches. Uh, building B has all the networkings, all the switches for all the rooms, plus the core, plus the two kind of firewalls that we will see here in a moment. And then building A has everything it's mentioned, and then the rest of them had everything. So I'm going to go to real time. That way, maybe it goes a little faster. So in my logical topology, we can see that every building will have a ring topology, and within this ring topology, each room will have its own firewall, its own switch, and then it will has its own components, as you can see in here. Each object, each device will be have its specific name, and then the IP will function differently. So like for building A, everything is 10.1 point, and then whatever is the room, so like 2, so 1, 10, 10.1.1, that's 0 is all building A, and then 10.1.2 is building mechanical room, and etc. within the other buildings. And then the last digit would be the one that would change. So if this is that two, maybe that's that one, that two, that three, that four, that five. I think the idea is clear. At the same time, we have some kind of redundancy right here, where we have our core switch that is located in the transformer of each building. And then this one will be connected directly to the core switches for the industrial section. As I mentioned, there is the same idea for building Viva, only the switches. The only one I have is that PC right there. And these ones are not named. And then the core switches for building D and C. And then we have the other rooms as the parking lot right here with our wireless. Then we have the mechanical room. We have the lift station right here, transformer 5 right here, and then we have the substation in the far away. So all these right here is our industrial, our what we would call our laboratory, our practicum labs, whatever name we wanted to give it, but it's our industrial, our kind of like physical feel, where in the core suites is right here that this kind of representing the Purdue model. Uh, as you can see how everything is connected, every core switch is for every room or every building. Sorry, not for every room, for every building or for every section is connected to it both core switch, I think it's called um, core switch 1 and 2, yeah, And then we have our industrial DMCs firewalls right here. That all this is connected as redundant as well. All this is too. And then we have our enterprise side, where supposedly all the enterprise network will be there. I didn't add anything, but I guess this can be our enterprise. And then we have our external DMC, and then we have our main router. That's the internet will coming from, and then the internet. If we go in the bottom, we can see the enterprise, and then our internet, and it's kind of funny because if we go here, it's like the different clouds and servers and stuff. Um, so yeah, so for most part, this is how I plan my topology and my diagrams. Now for the network part, for the configuration part, due that there is a lot of rooms in all the buildings because our main section here, devices, well, not really because the parking lot has 900, but because majority of the buildings have the same rooms as like medical rooms, then we have boilers, we have the washrooms. Every building has a washroom. Every building has a medical room. Every building has common rooms. Every building has some the same lab. So because we can see that all these ones. So how I did it is I took VLANs for every so all human medical room devices will be connected to the same VLAN. All washroom devices will be connected to the same VLAN. All parking devices will be connected to the same VLAN. Others that are different, as for example, we only have one hydraulic air monitor room, then every sorry, every room of those will have its own VLAN. Every transformer will have the same VLAN, and I guess is the same idea for all of these ones. Um, Sadly, I mean, I was able to configure the VLANs, but due to the immense thing, I wasn't able, or I didn't have enough time with Ryan class and my personal situation on life to configure where it can communicate. Like if we go to uh, medical room one, we can see, and it kind of has two. Like if I come here and I do, let's see if I can do, no, okay. If I so VLANs, sorry, there you go. VLAN, there you go. So, and really this is no, shouldn't be there. But this is, for example, 10 would be the human medical room VLAN, where everything will be connected. And then if we go to, if we go over here, you can see how these ones are set up for trunk. Gigabyte Internet are the ones set up for trunk for communication between them. I'm not sure if because it's the firewall, stuff like that. Um, I kind of like repeat and watch the videos that when we did it, and it was pretty useful. I was able, my idea was to communicate this PC to this PC and be able to ping each other, but then like so how this PC couldn't ping this or this one communicate with this one. Um, I wasn't able to demonstrate that, so guess I will getting some points out of that. Um, but the theory is in the paper. I will be submitting my documentation plus my Google Sheet over there, mass inventory, and I think that was everything. Um, Maybe some comments for the assignment. I really like this assignment. I think it's pretty interesting. I would like to even work harder on it and be able to make it work fully because that's what I would like. And I feel like everything was left for the last moment. I don't know if it was due to the change in professors and after a couple of weeks of the semester started. Maybe that changed the original idea or plan. Um, but I felt that everything from was past when I was like with other people, that everything was left at the end. And I think that having each week being, and this doesn't have to be like each week, like week one, start with this. Like of course we can have the what we did, like all the entry because ideas is introduction classes into networking. Um, so be able to do all those fun things. At the same time, once we finish that little introduction after a couple of weeks, be able to use each week to apport to this project, just because I think we can get farther, and it will be easy and understandable for in our part to do this class with the other ones, while we can complete this assignment without having to do tons of hours in the last minute, not just because we wanted to, if not because we weren't able to really do understand what we had to do after we learned a couple theory that wasn't teach, maybe after Thanksgiving break. So I think this will be maybe useful for the future. And I think it would be cool to implement this project into our next year class. But I don't know if this packet tracer will let us play a kind of like to test our security of our network, but that would be pretty cool too. Uh, but that's my assignment right here, as I say. I hope it looks good. I'm sorry I wasn't able to demonstrate the VLAN situation. I'm kind of frustrated about that because after all these hours, I really wanted to work. I'm happy how it looks, but I bet if I put a couple more hours, it could be making it work. But just to again other classes, personal situation, and other stuff on my back, I'm not able to complete this as I would like to. Thank you so much. I really like this class. It was kind of messy in the middle, but after that, I think I learned a couple good things. Uh, and next year we have two networking classes, so I don't know how much we will learn, but I'm excited. I think this is like a pretty good field, pretty needed, more for cybersecurity and industrial plants that maybe they're just connecting things to the internet without doing anything. So yeah, thank you so much. Have a good winter.